Hello and welcome everyone to this WarCraft replay. This is gonna be game 1 of the best of 3 series in the HiNiceCup, and the HiNice edition of Turtle Rock is gonna have players eMaL and EmalFan. Both players are in the top 30 in the Gosu's ranking website. These two players are indeed Korean, so yeah, you should expect quite a bit from these two certain players, although they might not, their names might not actually be well known, but still they're two very skilled players. So eMaL is going to spawn in the bottom right as the red orc, and his opponent EmalFan, who is coincidentally named similar to his opponent, will spawn as the red human blue human player on the top left. Like I said before, Turtle Rock, it will have two unique Ogre Magi, who has a very special rune called the Rune of Watcher. It's basically a permanent sentry ward for anyone or any hero who actually uses it. Honestly, it's a very nice necessity to have, and honestly, every time I've seen a replay with Turtle Rock, it usually end up going towards the Blade Master. So who knows, maybe eMaL might solo the Ogre Magi and possibly take the Rune of Watchers for himself. We are gonna have the Peon and Footman meet each other at this possible spawn location. However, it's not a spawn location for this particular game. Blade Master is out, and he did sell his TP scroll for 2 healing salves and a speed scroll. Archmage is also out for EmalFan. He did get himself a water elemental to start with, and he goes on to creep with his militia. We're gonna have some harassment coming in from the Blade Master. Maybe he might actually get some creep jacks. However, he won't get any items. He might actually get a tome. I'm not exactly sure if there's a tome dropped on these two trolls. Most likely not. And it looks like, yeah, eMaL only able to pick off one forest troll. Archmage was able to pick up Ring of Protection +2. However, that's not exactly a good item, especially since the damage mitigation is not enough to handle against that Blade Master. Blade Master will be able to take down 2 peasants. I believe that is 25 experience. Seeing as a peasant is level 1 unit, and it is actually a human controlled unit, so no 80% reduction on experience gain there. And I would like to apologize for the previous statement I had before in the series between Hawk and I believe it was Reprisal. Footmen are actually level 2 units, so they will be giving level 1 heroes 40 experience instead of 25, which I mistakenly stated. Blade Master did buy himself a Staff of Teleportation and did get a very nice surround on that Archmage. However, Archmage will move his Water Elemental and most likely use that Scroll of Town portal. Blade Master will do his utmost best to deal as much damage as he can to these footmen before they I guess disappear. eMaL is saying something in the chat which I actually can't tell what he is saying. Oh, very dangerous move from EmalFan right here. He is moving his Archmage out, possibly buying or selling that Ring of Protection and maybe buying a Staff of Teleportation or maybe Boots of Speed. If the Blade Master is patient enough, he could actually intercept that Archmage as he is running back to his base. He doesn't exactly have any teleportation means, and he did not actually sell that Ring of Protection, so who knows. 82 experience So we will have level 2 on that Blade Master if he can actually kill that Archmage, and there we go. Blade Master able to kill that Archmage. However, he cannot fit through that wall of buildings. That is going to set back eMalFan quite a bit, as basically his footmen have no, I guess, leadership, and we have a Watchtower trying to defend against these footmen who are trying to harass the gold line. We have a Shadow Hunter coming in very soon, creeping coming in by that Blade Master by himself. Did pick up a Gauntlet of Ogre Strength, an item that will give him some health. I believe that is 75 health. And how much hit point regeneration? It doesn't exactly show the exact numbers, but I think it's, I don't want to estimate any wrong numbers here, but it's somewhere in the decimals, like 0.1 or 0.2 or something like that. Shadow Hunter out. No skills learned just quite yet. As you can see, the box I am going to be using is featured only in the HiNiceCup map, so it is kind of convenient to see, you know, whether or not a player will go whatever kind of strategy. Blade Master will pick up his second Gauntlet of Ogre Strength. That is another 75 health, and Blade Master is actually quite a bit tanky. Archmage is finally revived. That was, I believe, quite a bit of, I guess, gold. I'm not sure if lumber is actually needed to revive a hero. I believe lumber is just needed to, I guess, just train up a second hero. Of course, if you didn't know WarCraft 3, your first hero is always free, just as long as you have 5 extra supply or food. Blade Master, dangerously low, will use his healing salve, his last stack, and that will free up one of his inventory slots. He did give a Gauntlet to that Shadow Hunter. Not sure what the motive behind that is, but still, maybe just to free up some item space. Oh, it looks like eMalFan might actually take this Rune of Watcher. So, Rune of Watcher for, I guess, one for each both players. What is this? We have Wyverns in the field. So we are going into Bestiary, no Spirit Lodge at all. What is this Blade Master doing? Will he able to steal that Ogre Magi? And he actually stole that Watcher Ward. So very nice move by that Blade Master. And it looks like he is going to surprise eMalFan with that Wyvern, as the only means to attack that Wyvern is through that Archmage and Water Elemental. We will have a surround on that Shadow Hunter, which will soon be replaced by that Blade Master. Mountain King is out with a Stormbolt, able to take down that Blade Master, and might actually surround this Shadow Hunter. No, Hex on that Mountain King, and looks like this Shadow Hunter will be able to run away very, very safely. Although he does have a slow on him, not anymore. If he's not careful enough, he will get Stormbolted again, and if he is not careful again, he, well, could have actually lost that Shadow Hunter. I mean, Mountain King, I don't know, he could have Stormbolted. But still, eMalFan going to double Arcane Sanctum. However, that will be extremely easily countered by these Wyverns. Wyverns do cost a lot of resources and 4 supplies, so that is actually a hefty, I guess, setback on army count. However, Wind Riders, or Wyverns I usually like to call them, deal 36 to 44 damage and is extremely effective against unarmored units such as sorceresses and priests. Not sure about the bonus on Frozen Throne. I think it's for piercing damage against unarmored, it's probably double damage or something of the sort. Maybe a 50% increase in damage. Either way, it's a lot of damage. Blade Master is finally back out. Thankfully, he did not die at level 3. Otherwise, it would have costed him an even greater amount of gold for that Altar of Storm. I believe that's Wyvern number 5? No, that's wyvern number... Let me count. That's wyvern number 4. So already 16 supply for wyverns, and it looks like we will have a push. Is there ivory towers? Yes, he does. Archmage does have 2 ivory towers. We might have a tower push, and Voodoo Lounge might actually be destroyed. Guard towers need to be upgraded, and looks like wyverns will immediately go after these sorceresses and priests, taking advantage of their bonus damage. We have another surround on that Blade Master, however healing wave able to keep him healthy, and looks like sorceresses and priests will be taken down. Blade Master storm bolted by that Mountain King, and if he's not careful he will lose that Blade Master once again. eMaL getting his 5th wyvern, however, or 6th wyvern. However, he will lose one of his Wind Riders and soon his 2nd. However, he did manage to snipe a lot of priests and sorceresses. Shadowhunter actually needs to help this Blade Master path for against this army. Mountain King at level 2, he does have bash, so that is I believe 15% chance of stunning or something along those lines, something like that number. Stormbolt might actually come again. He does have enough mana for one more. Scout Tower down at 7 health. We do have a lightning bolt for that Blade Master, and looks like Mountain King might actually be taken down by that Shadow Hunter. Wyvern does get taken down, however, and level 4 is almost there for the Archmage, and looks like Blade Master is dangerously slow once again. Not enough mana for a healing wave, and that Scout Tower actually living a bit longer than I actually thought. Magic Sentry has been researched, and looks like a sorceress will be taken down in transit, and slow wyverns, yeah, they can't actually outrun water elementals, and if that wyvern is still slowed, he will be taken down. There we go, level 4 on that Archmage. Level 2 Brilliant Aura. Wind Riders are still being popped up. We do have the double bestiary. I could actually question that, although it is actually a mid or too late 2nd bestiary, so I guess he can actually afford 2 double pump wyverns. We do have a Griffin Aviary, however that peasant that was building it has been killed off, and we might actually have Dragonhawk Riders, and if we have Blacksmith out, we might actually have Griffins. Griffins deal magic damage, so I think they're actually very good against Wind Riders. However, I guess Dragonhawk Riders are very nice as well. They do have their own shackles, which can actually bind an air unit, and very nice job by the Blade Master waiting for that Windwalk critical to be able to take down that Archmage at level 4, so that's going to cost a lot of gold for eMalFan to revive. Staff Teleportation quickly saving that Shadow Hunter, and that was actually a very risky move from eMalFan, as that Mountain King could have actually bashed that Shadow Hunter, and looked like Watermental. Oh, very nice job by eMalFan drawing that Watermental and preventing it from being killed, and more likely just expired. Shadowhunter, what is this? He actually has a tiny great hole in his inventory, so we might actually see expansion down here after this. I believe it's a Troll Berserker. No, it's an Ogre Lord, so this might actually take a while. Thankfully there's only 2 ground units, which is the heroes. They'll take less damage from Shockwave, which I believe 2 units don't exactly force a Shockwave from that Ogre Lord. You know how smart AIs used to be. Hex on that Ogre Magi, Hood of Cunning. Perfect item, I guess, for a Shadow Hunter, as it gives 4 intelligence and agility, so very nice there. There are some other items just like that for agility strength, for strength intelligence. I believe they're called Helmet of Valor and the Medallion of Courage. So who knows, Hood of Cunning, maybe we might actually see a second one. Hood of Cunning has been moved to that Shadow Hunter, so like I said before, very nice job. Footman will be lost very soon if he's not careful. Bash delaying that Footman's death, however that Footman died either way. eMalFan did get his Dragonhawk Riders. They don't deal a lot of damage. 18 to 20 piercing damage. That's pathetic compared to these Wind Riders. However, they do have their aerial shackles ability. Like I said before, it practically ensnares or traps air units and deals damage over time as well. However, it's not like ensnare or web, bringing those air units down to the ground in order for those ground attacking units to attack. But still, nonetheless, damage over time is very nice. It looks like this creeping will be interrupted, and it looks like Footman might actually be taken down. No, looks like the Mountain King is being focused down first. Hex on that Mountain King, and if this Blade Master, if eMaL's not careful, he will lose that Blade Master, and that was a very nice last second healing wave as well as potion of vulnerability. However, Mountain King did drink his own ability as well, or invincibility. Healing wave, trying to keep these wyverns alive. However, Mountain King does actually have that full 15 seconds. As you can see, that shield icon was blinking. That that basically tells us that that was a full 15-second potion. Blade Master has been killed for a second time. That is actually going to sit back eMaL quite a bit, as it looks like this Gargantuan Sea Turtle will be taken down once again, or finally. Let's see which items will be picked up from that Mountain King. Manual of Health and a Ring of Regeneration. Mountain King will be very tanky, and looks like that Blade Master was revived from that tavern, so it's an instant tavern revive. However, the flaws of a tavern revive is that you're not revived with full health, and you have absolutely no mana when you revive back in the field. And it looks like this Ogre Lord will be taken down once again. Bloodlust was casted, however, that purge from that lightning ball did dispel that. Helmet of Valor, so like I said before, back at the Hood of Cunning, Helmet of Valor basically gives strength and agility. More ideal for a Blade Master instead of Shadow Hunter. We might actually have a switch here. There we go. Helmet of Valor. Sacrificing for a circle ability. We will have a little, I guess, attack right here from eMalFan, taking down this expansion. eMaL saying something which I actually don't know what he's saying. Will retaliate by attacking his main base, so I guess weighing the pros and cons of losing an expansion in terms of killing your opponent. Killing your opponents always wins. Arcane Vault could actually be focus fired as well. It is actually the lowest health for a building, and will be taken down very soon. Scroll Town Portal will be going out for the human player. However, as soon as eMaL saw that, he did actually start casting his own. Interesting skirmish right here. Oh god. Oh damn. I accidentally zoomed in. So sorry about that. Camera distance will now be normal. Footman is actually fighting against this Great Hole, which is upgraded with spike barriers. I believe that is just level 1. So he will be dealt, I believe, 4 or 6 points of damage per second, or I guess per attack. And we might actually have this priest being taken down. Very nice move from the Blade Master. And we do have an invisible Dragonhawk Riders. That is usually an adept level of sorceress, and yeah, adept. Not sure if the eMalFan is gonna go for masters. Polymorph, however, cannot. I don't think it can change heroes into animals. It's basically just a weaker version of Hex. And it can cost considerable amount of mana as well. Not to mention, Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Actually, that might actually be eMalFan's 4th Gargantuan Sea Turtle. So hopefully he can get very nice items. Potion of Vulnerability, full 15 seconds once again. Tome of Intelligence has been used as well. That is 15 mana and some mana regeneration. Archmage, where is he? He is running around at level 5. He does have Dust Appearance, and looks like we have 3 Troll Bat Riders. Bat Riders, basically the air versions of Goblin Sappers or Banelings if you want to be StarCraft. Basically they can suicide and deal a lot of AoE damage at the cost of their own lives. And they are very effective against buildings, which they have siege attack type. They'll deal bonus damage to buildings, and it looks like there is the suicide right there. I'm not exactly sure what the exact ability is called. And we have aerial shackles on the Bat Rider. Damage over time as well as attack from the army. We'll take care of that. And eMaL not exactly in a good position. He is currently flanked or some sort of that. Looks like Dragonhawk Rider will be intercepted, and looks like same as those sources and priests. So EmalFan losing a wave of units right there, and he actually needs to defend this base. Dragonhawk Riders not as great as Griffins, but I guess if you can get a good aerial shackle, it can actually be a game changer. Blademaster did see that, I guess, flurry of invisibilities, and maybe the Shadowhunter will have Dust of Parents ready. Okay, maybe not. Any time now, but I guess eMaL just doesn't know when. Archmage does also have Dust of Appearance, and Blademaster, however, was not caught in that dust. And looks like Troll Bat Rider did suicide once again and was able to take down a single Dragonhawk Rider. Wyvern, actually, oh, Shadowhunter did retreat, so I guess eMaL does know that slow can actually be a pain in the ass, as it slows down the attack speed from slow to extremely very slow. More Bat Riders, I don't think they have their burning ability, which basically the basic attacks deal burning damage to buildings, which I don't think eMaL will be sieging his opponent anytime soon. eMaL did currently break upkeep. He is 66 over 80. He can go up to 80 without losing much gold. He is currently losing 3 gold per trip, basically a tax of 30%. However, he is only mining off 1 gold mine, as EmalFan is currently mining off none. Basically his source of income is through these creeps, and which is not exactly a lot. And what was taken down there? I believe that was Dragonhawk Rider. Blademaster nearing level 6. If he can actually get a couple more kills, he could actually have his Bladestorm ability. And it looks like we have a militia push right at the expansion of eMaL. However, Blademaster is going to change that very soon. 1 on 5. However, it's basically 5 peasants versus a Blademaster, which is actually unfair. EmalFan giving a lot of experience to his opponent, and honestly 1 or 2 more units will give that Blademaster Bladestorm. Honestly, I think a hero definitely, maybe any of these units, especially a Water Elemental level 3, will give plenty of experience for that Blademaster. Blademaster does have a 7-second vulnerability potion, and he can initiate very, very nicely against this army, as he does have rune bracers. Very nice purge on that Water Elemental, giving that Blademaster Bladestorm. Will we be seeing Bladestorm? It is trained up, and there is the Bladestorm. We'll be taking down a lot of Sorceress Priests and Water Elementals. Another priest does fall down, and that was a very quick, I believe, 5 or 6 seconds. Wyverns will quickly focus down Sorcerers and Priests, and looks like the Mountain King Archmage will be by themselves. Shadowhunter is also nearing level 6, and if we might actually see Big Bad Voodoo, basically an ability that makes surrounding units beside this Shadowhunter invulnerable to damage. Kodo Beast is out. He not sure if he has the upgraded War Drums. However, Blademaster with plus 25 attack, and EmalFan gives the GG. So yeah, very nice series of I guess, decisions by eMaL, giving him the very nice win. Happy to see Bladestorm once again. Kinda sad I didn't see Big Bad Voodoo, however, it'll probably just be in a 3-second cameo appearance. So, yeah, thanks for watching Game 1. See you at Game 2.